The statue of the Little Mermaid in Denmark has been vandalized with the colors of the Russian flag, marking the second time the color of the Little Mermaid has been desecrated.
Damn.
And then, like, it took about, like, a year. We had, like, broken up, and, like, a year later, I got really blacked out at a house party I threw for my, like, not for myself, but at my house. Just blackout drunk, and I'm cooking eggs, just burning the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And there's, like, a crowd of, like, 12 people standing around me just watching me burn these eggs. Because I'm like, look at this fucking idiot, you know? And apparently in my blackout state...
Such a funny image to me.
Yeah. Apparently in my blackout state, I'm like, I think had an abortion. I shouldn't have said her name right there. But,
Well, it's not live stream, so you can burn it out.
I can't edit it out.
Say
I was
the
like,
baby's
I think
name.
she got an abortion. And
Yeah,
everyone was like,
insane.
what? And I didn't know about it. And then like 3 days went by and they were like, Patty, yeah, like you were blacked out, like just screaming about how you think you're had an abortion. And it wasn't until after that I had heard that I was like, holy shit, I think she did.
Yeah.
Like, I think it took
blackout you did the math faster than normal you.
Yeah, I'm a
Drunk
scientist
you as a
if
father.
I drink enough.
That's crazy. And if she would have like approached you with the hey, what do you think we should do?
What would you
Yeah.
have done?
You
Well,
would have
dude,
been
I was
full throttle abortion anyway, right?
I don't know, dude, because I got a little bit of Catholicism running through my veins. You know,
Well, you're Irish as shit, right?
I'm Irish.
Yeah.
That's why he has to have the green sheet behind him.
Exactly.
Ah.
This is to keep away the Dutch. Who are the enemies of the Irish?
The British.
The British.
Yeah.
It's the
I
British
think other
enemy.
Irish people too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
mostly them just fucking each other up.
Yeah,
Right.
it's either
don't know
either the British or it's a bartender cutting them off.
Yeah, there you go.
They're two major enemies.
Of the Irish state.
Yeah.
You've had enough. What are you fucking?
You fucking terrorists. I don't know why I went with that accent. Is that Australian?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What is an Irish?
It's like lighter.
Hey,
than
what
a
are you, a
Scottish accent.
terrorist?
Yeah.
You're keeping me away from
Are
my
you a fucking
booze.
terrorist? Yeah. Yeah, I don't whip that one out a lot.
Yeah, so you're
Or should I?
from Madison, Wisconsin?
Yes.
Wow. The cheese curd capital of the world.
Some would call it that.
What is a cheese curd?
It is a piece of cheese that's deep fried.
Dude,
Oh,
Wisconsin
really?
must
It's
be
like the
such a weird
fattest
place to
thing
be
ever.
from because I'm from Florida and everyone's like, oh, the beach and crazy people. So the people just say cheese to you all the time. Like, cheese.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing to
Yeah, I guess so,
because
like-
Florida's known for like people robbing CVS's with like dildos.
Damn,
So
I
it's
should
like,
have
it's
thrown
not.
myself out here.
Yeah, but so they're like, oh, cheese and beer, and
Yeah.
it is. People who know a little bit more about it know that for the last, I don't know, 50 years, it has been rated the most alcoholic state in the
Oh.
union for a long, long time. So
Wow.
that's
In
a
the
point.
Union?
Yeah,
What's the union?
the United States of America.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because I don't think we count Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that's true.
They're the
Because they would win
Confederacy.
every time. Those rascals down there.
Yeah.
I got so much heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only
Um,
way you can listen to that music is if you're fucking hammered.
is Puerto Rican music bad? I don't think
I
I've
don't
ever
know.
heard
It's a lot of
Puerto
like
Rican-
pots and pans.
All right.
Ah, interesting. I've never heard it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't speak on this.
No,
can
I
speak
think
on
it's
Puerto
fine.
Rico.
Are we going to start recording now?
No, we're recording. I think I might just adjust slightly.
Oh, okay.
We
But-
tried to do one of these and the levels were like so off. Like Malia's like a pretty quiet girl, but every time like Caroline's mic was just not on. So like
How are you monitoring?
she would I'm like looking
Oh,
at
you're looking.
Audacity right now.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Quite the setup.
Yeah, so you can see all of your mistakes if you look over there.
Yeah.
But Malia was like, she's like pretty quiet, but her mic was like so hot.
Mhm.
So like James would be telling a story, he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm doing this," and then she'd be like, "Really?" And it would just get like so loud. And I'm like, "God damn it!" And dude, while you're like editing it, I'm just like getting pissed at Malia,
Yeah.
even though it's my
It's
fault.
totally your fault.
Shut up! I'm like, God, why did you have to scream all the time?
Yeah,
She's just
because it's
like,
all
yeah.
on one track, right?
It's all on one track.
Oh.
Yeah, this is not a good setup.
Hey, it takes time.
It does
even
take
though I've
time,
never
dude.
done it before. I had a little podcast for a while called Queef and Balls, but we
Oh, wow.
we put a stop to that.
You know what
one
I'm
were
gonna
you?
do?
I was Queef.
Okay. Who's balls?
Jesse Slayton. I don't know if you've ever met him.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
I like
yeah.
Jesse.
Cool.
Nice guy.
I'm gonna just
Nice.
take your name.
Dude,
Yeah, this will just
that'd be so funny if
this
you
will just be
adopted that
Queef and
name.
Balls. Yeah,
Yeah, you have a pair of balls. Is he your balls?
Yeah.
he's my balls, but like he'll be there. So like if it's really cold out, he's not gonna be here.
Okay,
Be
that's
tight, quiet that day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
a little
don't.
more
I don't want to
restricted.
like rely on James because like I don't want to put the pressure on him to have to come every single week.
Yeah, you're gonna do it
He's-
every week.
I'm gonna do it every week. dude.
Wow.
Every week there's gonna be smelly comedians in this bit.
It's fucking so gross.
Isn't that
Dude,
weird?
that's why I have this utility blanket.
Yeah.
He's like, this is my idea for the podcast. I'm like, all right. Sounds all right, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's good. I think it.
you look sad.
I think it opens you up to like you feel a little bit. It brings your guard down a little bit.
Yeah, it does. I think
Yeah.
it like creates kind of a relaxing
Yeah,
environment.
because this
too.
is the longest I've ever talked to you,
Yeah,
and I feel like it's going well.
it is
Yeah.
going well.
It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Come get in my bed. That's what you got to tell people.
Honestly, like that's kind of the shortcut to get to know someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
We're all-
normally it would require our penises and tight little assholes, but I think
Right.
Wait,
I
I think
like
a
this better.
conversation goes
you
a
guys
long
don't
way.
even know each other that well?
No.
No.
I thought you knew him. That's why he was gonna be
I
here.
saw him at a mic last week.
Yeah.
I was like, Patty's pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Not
I
at
had
all.
no idea. I thought you guys were like buds.
By the way, I've never seen someone kill so hard at a mic.
Oh,
before.
come on.
It was insane.
Wow.
Come on.
That
Wow.
was like
I've,
one of the best
uh,
5 minutes I've ever seen.
Well,
Not
thank
good.
you. But I always talk about you to Grant. I'm like, have you guys heard of Grant Moore? And everyone's
No
like,
way.
no.
I'm used. That's why I'm number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. I was like, he's a funny guy, and I like your dog cancer bit. I was like, I
You know
tell
who
the
doesn't like
people-
that? Everyone else.
Really?
People hate that fucking joke. I did it in D.C. last weekend, and there was an audible "oh" from a lady.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's so funny.
Oh,
But,
like that's what you decided to say.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. But every comic is like, "Oh, I love that joke," and then every normal person is like,
Yeah.
"You gotta stop telling that joke."
Yeah, dude, that's like the Venus flytrap of stand-up comedy
Yep.
is playing to the comics.
Yeah, and I really do think that like Mike's. I mean, I know nothing about stand-up comedy. I do that fucking 3 years. So I'm a baby, but it does seem like mics are good in terms of you start to learn how to like be a person on stage.
Right.
But in terms of the actual content, I think they are worse for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I had this
Absolutely.
like belief because I used to do the comedy shop almost every day, and like I turned into like the Andrew
Terrorist.
Tate of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I would just walk in talking like a black guy. Like, man, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Shit. And like, of course, it's like murdering because they're all
Right.
like, I can't believe this little white boy is doing that.
Yeah. They all just want to be surprised. They
Yeah.
don't really care about
Yeah,
comedy.
exactly. They
Right.
they don't want to hear your setup punchline.
Mhm.
Like they want to hear you get like really close to saying a slur. Like you
Yeah.
know how in math there's like an asymptote where it gets like so like
Yeah.
the line gets like so close but it
Proud,
never touches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It
That's
never
what they
actually
want.
hits 0.
Yeah,
Dude.
but
Yeah, they like that little razor blade.
they like
Yeah.
that, dude.
Especially like there and the Pear are just like the darkest places.
Oh my
for
god.
comedy.
For your soul to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
man.
Pear is like the Pear turns you into, you know, at the end of Harry Potter 7 when it shows like Voldemort in the afterlife.
He's like a
He's like
little-
that little shriveled
like a fetus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the Pear turns you into.
It
Yeah.
boils you down into that little. But that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
7. But
The
yeah.
essence of man.
Dude, I bombed at the Pear last week.
Show
and,
or Mike?
a show, and it was like
Oh,
there was like people there too. It was like
Right.
20 people,
yeah.
and just bombing. And like
Mhm.
it's all the jokes that I do to buy myself credit to get to the, like the ones that just can ruin a set.
Right. Oh,
And
they're your
those
like,
are the ones-
trust me jokes.
Yes, they're like the self-deprecation. Oh, look how fat I am.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And they're just eating shit. And at one point,
They're like, he's not fat at all. They're like on
Yeah.
his side.
at one point, the Jake Timothy, who runs the show, he said he stepped in, and I'm just standing on stage. I'm like, you guys don't like any of this.
Yeah.
Like, do you want a card trick? Like, what the fuck? And they're just totally unresponsive. And I got off stage, and like, I think I ruined because I was the first comic. I think I ruined the entire show because every
Okay.
comedian was like, I can't get him. I can't get him.
Yeah.
And dude, that's just a fucking shitty
Yeah.
feeling.
You know what's weird
Yeah.
is like they stay though.
They do stay
They do
because they
stay.
paid money.
Oh yeah.
Like we run a free show,
Mm-hmm.
and the second they are uninterested,
They
they
leave.
just stand up and walk
I
out.
thought it was a politeness thing, but it is.
No.
It's an investment. Thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
investment.
sunk
Interesting.
cost fallacy
Yeah.
in the stand-up show.
If you buy a shitty car, you're gonna drive that car until it dies, even
Yeah.
if you fucking hate it.
Interesting. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'll just fucking leave.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I've watched enough bad shit
Yeah.
to know like it's not gonna get better.
Dude, people leave in the
Yes.
middle of people's sets at our show. Like, they'll just dip out. They'll be on
Yeah.
their phone, their front row, just on their phone, in the middle of, like not being interested in what you're saying.
Jesus.
Because they think it's like not even a real thing.
Yeah, there was a
Right.
guy at the, like on our second show. There's a guy at the bar. He's just answering face. Yo, what's up? It's like you're in the show, dude. What are you talking about?
Yikes.
It's insane.
There was one guy I barked in, and he was like, I was like, hey man, we got a comedy show at 8:15. He's like, 8:15? I'm like, and right away I'm like, oh shit, this guy's gonna be a problem.
Uh-huh.
He's like, damn, 8:15 comedy show? Oh man, I can't wait. It's like 7:45. I'm like, yeah, man, like it's right upstairs in there. He's like, you got me till 9:00. I was like, all right, that's perfect, dude. We get into the show starts. Every single comic, everything they say, he goes, man, that's funny.
But he's not
Every single
laughing.
time.
No,
Not laughing. They're like, yeah, I went to a doctor's office. I thought, you what? You went to a doc? What did they say? Well, I guess they said, like, he's just
he drove everyone's set. He
Yeah,
just went where he took you.
and it got to the point where the comedians are like, I can't do
I can't
an
do
act. I
anything.
can't do my act. I should just have a conversation with this
Yep.
guy
Yeah.
to make sure he's not like an active shooter or
Yeah.
something. But sure enough, dude, 9:00 strikes. He's up, out,
See ya.
left.
Yeah.
See you later.
He's like, it's time to smoke weed, and they just went outside and got high, and then
Yep.
he came back in and didn't say a word.
That's
after
what
that.
his
Yeah.
appointment was?
Yeah.
Yeah, he more like left mentally.
Yeah.
You know? Like
He
he's
smoked weed and came
Whoa.
back and
Yeah.
didn't say anything for the rest of the show.
I don't have anything for that. It's strange.
Yeah,
that's
no,
right.
it's just
I don't know what. I have nothing to think about.
Yeah,
that.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We're like
Other
the
than-
Statue of Liberty of stand-up shows, where it's like we'll take anyone, and then you just have these
I
experiences.
think that's most stand-up. It's
Yeah,
such
I
a.
guess you're right.
It's such an art of absolute
it
desperation.
really is.
Do you have a show?
No. I'm trying to cook one up, but I don't like doing things.
Yeah,
me
it really
neither.
scares the shit out of me.
I hate it. I hate the.
You're
like,
good at it though.
I don't want. Yeah, it's like being good at something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
I was really good at stocking groceries at the grocery
Uh,
store too, but that doesn't really
yeah,
have
high
value to
bar.
me.
What makes you good at it, man?
The grocery store?
No, I don't give a shit about the. I don't care that you could put milk where milk went.
Dude, so much milk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess it's just like, I do that for my job. I do like event production for the job. So it's
Oh,
like I have an
okay.
element of knowing, like when people walk into a room, they need to know like what's
Yeah.
going on and where to sit down. So it's like,
keeping them aware.
Yeah.
showing them that there's structure. It's organized.
right.
it's
The
not
illusion that
free
there's
flow.
something planned here versus like, yeah, I don't know, sit down. We'll start when we start. Like if you seem confident enough to be like,
Oh.
hey, grab your seat. We're going to start in 15 minutes. And then like, I'll print like little playbills. I'll put like what the show is with the
Oh,
Instagram.
wow.
Put that everywhere.
Yeah, he's got like the graphic touch. Like the
Nice.
green
Yeah.
thumb. He's got like the whatever equivalent of that is.
Yeah.
but
The
yeah.
golden penis.
So yeah, I don't. That's not what it's called.
No, that's what I call it, baby.
The
Okay.
golden penis.
I bet it's nice.
Yeah, I don't
Okay, that's cool. That's good to know for when I do it in 4 years.
Yeah,
It
when you
takes-
finally get around.
it takes me about 4 years to get anything done.
Who's
Really?
the character with the green thumb? Is that Thumbelina?
The,
you know
the
the
Jolly
lore?
Green Giant.
Jolly Green. No,
The
he's
guy
the
who
green
sells
everything.
peas?
I think it's Thumbelina. She's got a green thumb, and she's like.
I think Thumbelina is the size of a thumb, like a
Oh.
thumb thimble. She's just
I
tiny.
didn't know we were going to get into literature.
Would have brought my robe.
Have you heard of the hungry green caterpillar?
An appetite that's never satisfied.
Starbelly Sneeches. It's actually a great book.
Did you have a good one, like one that you liked as a kid? I liked Everybody Poops. That one would always get me.
Yeah, but just because they were saying poop over
Yeah.
it. Dude, I don't know. It's a problem. I don't know what age I'm going to phase out of poop making me laugh. Like,
Oh,
every single time. Like,
yeah.
I can't be a 50-year-old man with a child.
I think you can.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you can get
Okay.
away with that.
Someone said the word poop boner to me last weekend, and I lost my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like, it ruined my whole day because I had an asthma attack. I was laughing so hard.
Oh my god.
They were I'd had the experience, but I've never heard someone describe it before. Where there's so much shit.
Where you're removing a dick from someone's ass.
Where there's so much shit in your ass,
Oh.
it pushes up against your prostate and gives you a boner.
Oh my God.
It was mind bet. It was my
Wow.
psychedelic experience.
Damn.
It drove me crazy.
Do you ever like get like you're kind of pooping and you're like, this is I shouldn't push this out. So you like suck it back in. You ever do that?
I've never
Literally,
pooped in my
never
life.
once. Never once.
I commit every time.
Dude, I
I
have,
can't.
I think I have like a fiber deficiency because like I always get like a little fissure. You ever have a fissure down there?
like a hemorrhoid.
Yeah, that's like a fissure is like the prequel to a hemorrhoid.
Okay.
It's like if you know you see
It's
the
the
fissure.
origin story. It's the
Yes.
X-Men
It's
origins.
like the Hobbit to the Lord of the Rings
yeah,
hemorrhoid. Yeah.
Okay. I think I've had a few of these fissures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get those. I say it's hereditary because that's what my dad says.
Because you're pushing so hard.
Because I'm pushing.
Does it feel like you're shitting gum?
It feels like there's just a boulder.
You're
just like- It feels like you're trying to that just is not gonna come out. It's just like whatever.
Yeah.
But you get to a point where it's like starting to go, and you're like, I'm gonna hurt myself and my loved ones.
Yeah.
Potentially if I. So you stop, and then you kind of like, and it just pulls it back in, and then you do that again, and then you just go for a little more distance.
Stop saying you. This
Yeah.
is not
You.
me. I don't
You
do
do
this.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you pull it back, and it's just kind of like it's just you massaging your way through the rectum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't wait for Dr. Jordan Peterson to cry on this bed. I have poop in my butt. I suck it in too. I don't do a good him.
You cannot push what your body does not allow you to do.
I always
You must know your
envision that
restraints.
happening on my friend's podcast. It's like, when are they going to get the guy?
Yeah.
Like,
Just
when
a
are they-
coked out
when are
Jordan
they gonna
Peterson.
get- you think
Yeah.
coked out?
Well, he does pills and shit. He's all like sad all the
He
He
time.
does pills and he eats like only meat.
Yeah, he only eats red meat and got addicted to.
Yeah.
Oh, then he probably has
Benzos.
similar shitting experience.
He probably does, to be honest.
Yeah.
I put
But
the
his body
benzos.
is like frail. Like I'd imagine like he'd need to like, dude. One time, a friend of mine's girlfriend told me I need to like work on my core strength to like improve my pooping. I was like, are you just calling me fat because like I had take big shits?
I don't
Mhm.
see how a crunch is going to help me.
That makes
No.
it tighter.
Yeah, wouldn't
A
that
tighter
make it
experience.
I
Yeah,
think
it's like
maybe
the
kegling could be a...
Yeah.
But
Because then you can squinch it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm making sausage.
Yeah.
Like you're making sausage. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like a
making
Jimmy
sausage.
Dean factory.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Right out of your. Well, then you can suck them in. You can do whatever you want all day, man.
Wow. That sounds like, dude. That sounds like a gay man's,
Dream.
holy grail.
Yeah, your ass,
Yeah, my ass.
your hemorrhoided ass.
I can just suck their dick further into me. Ah!
You don't let them go.
Give it back.
Interesting.
What's your sexuality? What's
Yeah.
your sexuality, Grant?
I'm a straight guy for now. I think
Oh,
I'm...
dude, we
I'm
gotta
the-
get some homos in this bed.
Yeah.
You, you. I'm not coming back.
Well, do you have gay friends?
I have a couple of gay friends, but
All
most
comedians?
no. There's a couple non-comedians, but they don't live in the city,
Oh, okay.
so I can't fly them in, bring
No.
them in my bed, and not fuck them.
Yeah, that would be rude
That would be
Yeah.
rude.
in their culture.
It's teasing.
Yeah.
So
Flirting.
but I don't know. A little diversity can't hurt. Couple of babes in here.
Yeah,
you know?
I know mostly.
We got
lesbians.
Lizzo though. She kind of tackles a lot of the.
Lizzo. Right next to the world.
Yeah.
Is that for scale?
I think it's funny that Lizzo is actually bigger than the entire continent of Africa.
She's bigger than all the... Why'd you choose Africa? She's bigger than all the continents
Just,
on
you
this.
know.
Mm,
That's the one I was looking at.
Oh, okay.
I look at her immediately.
Yeah. She's an amazing flautist, though. I think we can all agree.
Is she though?
Did you see the one where she plays the crystal one?
yeah.
No.
She like steals John Adams' crystal. I don't know-
John Adams, like
I don't know
the
if it's
old
John
president.
Adams. Yeah.
So in a
Wow.
National Treasure-esque heist scenario, Lizzo stole John Adams' crystal flute.
Wow.
Yeah, and she replaced it with the bendy straw.
With a plastic recorder
Yeah.
playing the Titanic.
She's
I
talented.
can't believe that. So she must have played flute in
She's like professionally trained.
yeah.
Yeah.
She must have been first, second, and third chair. Huh?
That's a good joke. Yeah, that's a good joke.
clip that one.
Yeah, dude.
As long as you get the part where I'm like, "Hey, Lizzo is good at fluting."
Yeah, don't get
Yeah.
him. Don't get him kicked out for
She's
anything.
fluting around, dude.
Yeah, I mean we don't have to go over this again. I've met Lizzo.
Oh, really?
I don't think she's as fat as she leads on.
Portrays
I
herself.
think
Oh,
she.
really?
I think she does like a little bit of like fluffing. Like she makes herself look bigger to appeal to like the overweight
eats,
women
like,
of the
some
She
world.
shit.
reverse Kardashians.
What is that? What are you doing with that?
Oh, this is just a little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't.
What? Because does that go with the candle?
Oh yeah.
A lot of surprises in this.
Are you glad you came over?
Mm-hmm.
We got Grant Moore here on the podcast.
Now we're starting.
We're going to start now. None of that even recorded.
What would you usually do on a Saturday or Sunday morning? Like, what would you do?
I would do mics that made me want to kill myself, and well, usually I'm hungover, to be 100% honest.
You drink a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it less, but yeah, usually Friday and like Saturday and Sunday I'm usually hungover.
Yeah. Do you smoke?
On and on. I think it fucks with me a little bit, but there's right situations for it where I really enjoy. I got writer's block recently, and I got a little high because I was like, I need to do something, and it helped a lot.
Damn.
That's what I call when I don't get a boner.
Writer's block.
Because I write that pussy a little note. You know what I'm talking about?
A little note.
Dude, you had your fucking roast joke where you were like, she gets her pussy tested after every time she has sex. Damn, that pussy must be smart or whatever.
One of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
So funny. That
he was trying
so
to tell
funny.
me that
I
joke,
know, I
but
couldn't
he
tell
botched
it.
it. I couldn't.
It was, Claire gets tested after every sexual partner. Damn, Claire, your pussy must be smart as hell.
Dude, that was so funny.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys ready for a little segment here?
I mean, I don't know if Grant knows what's going on.
I haven't known what's going on since the second I got here.
Dude, I don't know any more than you do.
I gotta line this up correctly.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to hold it?
I'll hold it with my
That's what
legs
she
like
said.
this.
Oh. On that
We
very
got our own
easy.
shit over here
That's what
now.
she said. All right, boys. This
You
is
don't
a
hear
little
enough of those.
segment called News from Bed. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I got to do that again. Hold on a second. It's a little quiet, too. Let me pump this up. Oh, fuck. I hope I didn't fuck something up.
This is news from bed.
All right, guys. This is News from Bed. I'm in bed, and this is the news. A new museum of failure has opened in Brooklyn, celebrating the worst products and ideas, with exhibits ranging from the Google Glass to me asking my hot neighbor if I can do her laundry. The statue of the Little Mermaid in Denmark has been vandalized with the colors of the Russian flag, marking the second time the color of the Little Mermaid has been desecrated.
Damn. That's not...
In Pennsylvania, 25 employees walked out of a bar after the owner created a menu with drinks called the Negro and the Caucasian. And if you hated that, you're really going to hate the name of the cocktail they serve with bamboo in a chipped glass. You got to do some math to get to the punchline of that. Ironically enough, you got to do some math to get to the...
I think I got that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a thinker.
A new study finds that plants scream when they're stressed out or hurt. If plants are autistic, I'm starting to understand the motives behind Greta Thunberg.
I don't really get that one.
The Japanese Penis Festival. Did you know, Grant, there was a Japanese Penis Festival?
Yes.
You did?
Uh-huh.
That's surprising because it's pretty small.
Hmm.
The Japanese Penis Festival is distancing itself from its penis mascot. Shouldn't need much distance, Grant.
Okay.
A new poll revealed that nearly half of all people receive unsolicited nudes. I think I said that word wrong.
Unsolicited.
A new poll revealed that nearly half of all people receive unsolicited nudes, while the other half are dudes sending chicks pictures of their cocks. That probably is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should just say women get nudes.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Marathon runner Tamara Tolkerson went on to set a new personal record, listen to this, after pooping her pants in the middle of the race.
Damn.
She still went on, shattering her old record of 2.5 pounds. So I guess she didn't run faster, but she took a big shit.
She should have sucked it back up inside.
All right, lastly, after receiving breast and butt reductions, Black China stated that she now plans on focusing on celibacy. Celibacy, of course, is the name of her daughter, who she was never really close to because of her massive ass and titties were in the way. Guys, this has been News from Bed. Good night. Well, I have it written on the. Yeah, that's all I got.
I just couldn't conceptualize the idea of you being able to read
Yeah.
that.
While
that
doing a
smoothly.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, that was that section.
Those are some well written jokes. I enjoyed
Thanks,
some of
man.
those.
Do you know about Patty's News from Bed TikTok series?
I don't. So I'm sorry. How's it going? Is it
Well,
doing
it's over. I got banned on TikTok.
I was gonna say that didn't seem TikTok friendly.
No, well, I actually got banned. None of my jokes got me banned. I got banned because I did 100 straight days on TikTok with jokes, and then after that, I did 100th episode with James in it, and that went well. So I stopped. I was like, I need a break from doing this every day. And then 3 days later, I posted a video that had gay porn in it. I got banned for that.
Yeah, that'll get you. He like pixelated it,
was
but
blurred.
like, you knew what it was. Like
Yeah.
he like he under pixelated.
Poorly pixelated.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what's
funny.
I
Obviously
poorly
gay
pixelated
porn.
it, but and everyone told me I should have blurred it more.
You
But-
did that for 100 days straight.
100 days straight. Only 3 jokes though. That was 8,
Wow, that was impressive.
but 100 days straight. A lot of them were shit though.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it was a fun thing to do. You know, it kept me busy, kept my joke writing chops going. But this was the video. I'll show you here.
Oh, I didn't want to see it.
Oh well. All right,
Doesn't
can
want
we
to see the gay porn.
can we feed this in live to the podcast?
Just you later talking to yourself. Yeah, that's just two guys blowing each other. It's just not even subtle, dude. It's
I wonder if I can get banned for this.
yeah, probably.
But this is going to be so tiny.
I'd say it's average.
So tiny. Guys, so
for
you
you.
knew there was a Japanese penis festival?
No,
Oh.
I just
Being a team player.
it was just yes and you had a great
Okay.
response.
Yeah, it was good. That was yeah, there is one.
Yeah.
But I don't like that's a weird
Are
thing.
you a
to have.
news guy? Are you like a plugged in guy?
I was
Or
for this
just for that?
podcast or for the news from bed, yeah. But it's like any real news, like the Trump indictment. I don't.
You don't know
fucking know.
fucking thing. Yeah.
No, who cares
But
about
like
that?
that's like Daily Mail level.
Yes,
I
that's
love
what I
that
like.
shit.
That's what I
Yeah,
like.
Like
Yeah.
fun
Yeah.
stories. silly
Real
stories.
news.
Yeah, real news. The
Yeah.
stuff like that's what used to be on the news.
That's what should be on the news.
Yeah, and then the politics, we would just not involve ourselves. They would just run the world as criminals quietly,
You think that's what it was?
and then we would just hang out.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's what it was, but I do like that better.
Yeah, it's better when you don't know ever. Dude, the whole Trump thing. It's like I don't know what he did. So he's going down for Stormy Daniels for paying off Stormy
Yeah,
Daniels.
because he used election funds to pay her.
Wow,
Cool.
that's
He
awesome.
like raised money to run for president and then like siphoned money from that to
Yeah.
pay. I mean, I guess that is helping him become president, but this is not how you
It's
can
crazy
do it
that his
legally.
election funded his erection.
Wow.
That's pretty
Would you
good.
agree?
Yeah, I guess I would have to. I'm on your bed.
That's true.
That
I
is
could
wild.
really use this setting of you know what that thing in the Always Sunny where it's like he's like it's about the
The implication.
The implication?
I could really like cloud this room with a lot of implication.
Yeah.
And,
What more would you need other than do you want to come hang out on my weird bed?
Yeah. I'll light
Is
a
it a
candle.
weird? This isn't a weird bed.
I know, but it seemed like an appropriate adjective for some reason.
You know, it'd be nice if
My
I,
bad.
you know, if I keep having superstars like Grant Moore on this
Yeah, number
podcast,
twos.
I could eventually get a nice sponsorship from like Casper or
Ooh, get a king in there.
get a
in here?
king, flip it, because
Yeah.
then I can come out a little bit,
Yeah,
and then we could all tuck in.
that'd be great.
That'd be
And that
really
would be
fun.
good.
That'd
if
be
we all
very
tucked
fun.
in on the show.
Yeah.
If we were all lined up, tucked in, that'd be very fun.
It would be fun,
Yeah.
and I could turn the lights out. We could have the video, but it's just a dark screen.
Or you could get that like Paris Hilton porn like
yeah, the night
night
vision.
vision goggles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a great
That would be
idea.
good.
Night vision,
Mhm.
dude. I do want to get. I this green screen is fun here because I can do it for my quick video thing,
Uh-huh.
but I want to get it all the way around, and we can have like.
Oh, we could be in bed in Costa Rica.
Yes, we could be
Oh.
flying
Puerto
to the
Rico.
universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All your favorite people are.
Or where?
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we could be in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
You know, selling
dude.
chickens on the streets or whatever it is they do there.
They do that here.
We could be in Puerto Rico getting our shoes wet with all that flooding.
Oh. Do a
See,
joke
you
about
are in the
that.
news. What are
I
you
am-
talking
Yeah,
about?
I'm in the news. I'm plugged in.
Look at you.
Dude, congrats.
I tried to get on Greg Gutfeld. James told me to try to.
Dude, that position has been open for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
They
just
cannot
think it's just
fill it.
open. They may just take open submissions all the time.
Yeah, they probably are just like they can people like the second they get the chance. Like,
Yeah.
right before they're allowed to get, they're like need to get health care by some law. They're just
Yeah.
like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You don't write enough hacky bits about liberals. Hit the road, kid.
I sent them a resume that just said, it's at the top, it said Patty DeFino, and in parentheses, I just wrote white guy. So it's like, I think that's what they're going to want.
That is probably what
And then
they-
I was like, listen, I don't have a fucking resume.
Yeah.
You want some fucking nerd who went to journalism school?
Yeah.
Rip this up right now.
Yeah.
Damn.
You want a guy who does a podcast on his bed.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
if you want a guy who knows how to write a joke
Mm-hmm.
about something relating to race,
Right.
which you
Grant
need like
Moore.
you need like one of them every
Well,
every
once
show.
Patty doesn't make it, though, once he can't make it. Would you take that job?
I don't think so. Well, it's a freelance job, so it's kind of like it's kind of
It's
what
not
I
a
was
credit
doing.
you can use, I feel like.
Not in New York,
No.
but if I'm in like Iowa, I think I could like headline the Iowa
That's probably
jingle
it.
jangle or whatever
Yeah.
they have fucking
Yeah.
up going on.
My Republican family members always are like, have you seen this guy? And it's always a writer for Gutfeld. And it's like a comedian I've never heard of. It's like a clip from the 90s of them on like late night. And it's like,
Yeah.
all right, man, like this is not anything.
Interesting.
They do have some funny comics on there, like Joe Mackey's on there once in a while.
Okay.
And there's this other guy who's like one of the weirdest looking people I've ever seen, but he's very funny. And he's
Mhm.
like clean.
Greg Gutfeld.
Greg Gutfeld is a weird guy.
Dude,
the-
he's like the king of late. I hate that like marketing shit where he's like, I'm the king of late night. It's like just because you have a show at night doesn't mean you're the king of late night.
well, he
Like,
is though, dude.
I don't
he's
know though. It's on a
leading-
news channel.
He's
though.
leading the ratings, though.
Oh, because Fox
Yeah,
News
so
is
don't
like the
you
most
dare-
watched channel,
Don't you
right?
dare smite the gut on this.
I'm sorry.
radio
You're still
program.
going for the job?
Yeah, I still want it. I would just send them jokes and be like, look, I don't watch your show.
Right.
So just use these.
I've
jokes.
seen the Babylon Bee.
Yeah.
Look at this rape joke.
Yeah, I was like, just use it. I don't give a shit.
Look at this trans joke. You're gonna laugh.
Yeah, you're
You'll
gonna
like
laugh.
this.
Because,
Pay me
dude, the one
dollars.
time I
Exactly.
watched the show, I was trying to do a little research because for a second I thought I was gonna get it.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I just-
love that little burst of like. Maybe?
Yeah, because
yeah.
I just hadn't said no yet, so I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
But I was like, I should watch the show before I write for it. Before
Mhm.
I'm the head writer on the show, I should watch
Right.
it.
You should know a little bit about it.
So I watched like a clip, and the first joke he goes, he's like, it's a studio audience, so there's like I'm assuming like 50 people there,
Yeah.
and he's got like this confidence about him. He's like, the economy is spiraling out of control, like a woman trying to throw a football, and just crickets in the audience.
Oh, really?
Dead silent. And he goes, I love that joke. He just doubled down on it. Dude,
yikes.
it's so bad.
I think I've watched clips, but it's just late night is bad enough.
It's bad.
But I can't imagine like Republican late night. Republicans are really good at memes,
yeah.
but in terms of like art,
Oh,
you don't
Yeah.
get a lot.
no.
They don't have the sensitivities. This is a very blanket statement about a lot
Yes.
of people I love, but
I blame the schools because
Okay.
when you're like a Republican guy and you're going through like they're not letting like you're not spending your time in the create you're not in the music classes, you're not in the you drop out early and you start like running a contracting business.
yeah, you play football and you learn how to weld.
yeah.
Those are the things you do.
Yeah, like the art of installing a new septic system does not equate to the art of, telling a joke.
Yeah.
Even though they should.
Or a novel.
Or a novel.
Yeah.
It requires the same amount of skill, but it's not but it's underground. The problem is it's underground. It's like you don't see it. A lot
Yeah.
of the shit that they do is stuff that you never even think about.
Well, but you desperately need in your life.
But you arguably need more than a joke from Greg Gutfeld.
I would say 100% need more than a woman spiraling throwing a football.
Yeah.
Isn't a spiral what you want?
Yeah.
You want it
Yeah,
to spiral?
spiraling. Yes, I guess spiraling out of control, but like it's still spiraling.
Yeah.
Like we've all thrown a football that has
Every
not
time I
spiraled.
throw a football, it goes sideways.
I throw it this way and I go.
Yeah,
and
it
it
looks
goes-
like it
Like,
lost
that's
a
like
wing.
the U.S. economy.
And that's the U.S. economy, dude.
Greg Gutfeld.
Dude.
Yeah, I thought about it for a second. I was like, I'd have a writing job.
Yes.
And then I was like, I don't think I'd ever get booked again. If that was like
but dude, you know,
There's like 2 clubs I think you could really get in that.
which one?
Don't make me say them.
I'm very. Maybe tell me offline because
No, I don't know. I feel like there's certain places that don't mind. Like there's certain places that, as long as you're in, you're in. Like they're not going to be like, oh, well, you're on the you write for the #1 TV channel in the country. We don't want you here. You know.
yeah, you do gotta.
Long Island is all Republicans, so they're going to want to come see you when they
That's
come
true.
into the
You'll-
city.
you'll
That's
destroy governors.
He wrote that football joke.
oh my god.
I love that football. Are they Jewish in Long Island?
Yeah, I guess a little bit more Italian.
Yeah. Did you hear that football joke?
Yeah.
Hey,
Women can't throw balls very good.
women can't throw balls, but boy, I'd like to tackle them like a football
You
player.
know, I'd like to tackle Nancy Pelosi. That's all they had.
Huge boobs.
Dude, you know what I
Nancy
saw?
Pelosi does have
Huge
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 boobs.
knocks. Yeah. You know what I saw was big meatballs, as they would say in Long Island.
Ah, disgusting.
I saw this.
Really don't like
Like
that.
the sauce and meatballs.
The state,
Yeah.
the country of Italy is they're like not allowing processed meats anymore. They're like getting away with them.
Isn't
and
that
the
all of their
reasoning-
meats?
That's what I thought. I thought like all.
Isn't that
meat.
what like fucking gabagool and prosciutto and shit? Aren't those processed?
I think that's
Are
like.
those cured?
I think that's
Cured.
cured. I think it's like influenced
Ah.
meats. Yeah, but it's
Okay.
not like made from a lab, you know.
okay.
But their reasoning behind it was funny. It wasn't like anything to do with like health or whatever. Their reasoning was they want to hang on to core values, which is like a weird. Because first of all, what values do Italian people have?
Actually, yeah, that's it. It's meats. It's,
Yeah.
it's
It's meats.
eating cured meats.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's it.
That's all we
good.
got. That's all we got left.
Yeah. Because like what they smack their women around. That's like a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And look, I have an Italian last
Well,
name.
so is that
so I'm-
is that Italy Italians or is that American Italians?
That's true. There is something on that boat ride over where
You just,
the violence
your
sinks
knuckles
in.
start getting heavy.
Yeah. Dude, mental illness just creeps in as soon as you're here.
Oh yeah, this is a place that drives you crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's there's, I mean, maybe this isn't for this podcast, but
Yeah.
I think there is a really big problem with everything being for sale. I think that is
Yeah.
not good for the fact, like,
Do you think maybe it's a curse because we're on Indian ground or Native American
Yes.
ground? Do you
Yes.
think maybe like a
I
burial ground
think,
kind of?
yeah, I think eventually all of our TVs are going to start going shh.
Yes.
And our daughters are going to start flying around the room
Yeah.
because of that. I think that's what we're paying for.
That's kind of what's happening, I
That's
think.
capitalism, baby.
There's some kind
Feels
of
like it.
deep karma in the universe because we took this land from people who, let's be honest, weren't doing a great job with it.
Oh, okay.
You know, they weren't really.
Why is
they were-
that?
They
Because
had
there
no
weren't skyscrapers
there's
and
no
garbage
skyscrapers.
everywhere.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, this place isn't right. There's no Snickers
yeah.
wrappers in the water
Their
system.
best, their best effort at
Yeah.
like a structure was just a conical tarp, basically,
Yeah,
where they would have fires inside.
yeah.
I mean,
To keep warm,
to keep warm.
Yeah.
idiots.
Yeah.
Fucking
They need
morons.
fucking Freon, which is impossible to dispose of.
Yes.
We're gonna need to like shoot it into space. It's so toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Like,
you're
we
right.
gotta destroy this thing.
But that's for
to-
cooling down.
Yeah.
Uh,
Freon is that's in air conditioners.
it's like a coolant chemical.
Is it true that if you tilt your air conditioner on its side, it doesn't work anymore?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't
Okay.
know. But that
'Cause you do have
that
a,
can't be possible.
You have like a handyman kind of.
I was a handyman.
Were you?
Yeah, I was a handyman back in Madison, and then I did some task rabbiting here when I was unemployed.
Wow.
And but task rabbiting here is just setting up IKEA furniture, which has directions
Yeah.
Right.
for like
A rich
a
person.
rich girl.
Yeah.
Essentially, every single time I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you
Which
get
is
rich
fun.
enough, you don't need to read anymore.
Were any of them hot? Like
You really, except one time I went to the projects and set up
Oh, really?
IKEA furniture.
Well, there is a bell curve.
that's a project.
If you're too rich or too poor, you don't need to. Like Floyd Mayweather.
I guess.
This is actually interesting. Floyd Mayweather, before he started boxing, could not read.
Yes.
Then
Have you
he's-
seen the 50 Cent videos of them beefing?
No.
He I can't remember exactly, but 50 Cent, they were beefing, and he was like, he had like 3 picture books. He's like, I'll give you $1 million if you send me a video of you reading these books.
Right.
It was such good like early 2000s
Yeah.
beef.
Wow.
He's like, if you can read one page of a Harry Potter book, bitch.
That's what it
I'll
was.
donate
That's what it-
$50,000 to a charity or some
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
amount of money.
that's
It's
what-
like,
that's what it
what
was.
the fuck?
I feel bad for that charity
Yeah, those kids went hungry.
because they're just not going to get the money.
They're not gonna get the
Because
money.
50 Cent
No.
is proving a point about a rich guy's illiteracy.
The charity was going to
actually,
teach kids how to
that's pretty
read.
fucked up when you think
That's
about it.
fucked up.
Yeah, he's like struggling like the
Yeah.
and then he's like, nope, the kids can't have
Nope. Yeah.
Kids
Damn.
won't read. And then all those
Wet
kids will become
socks this
boxers.
winter.
it. G
And then they
Unit.
become boxers.
Yeah,
and
but-
then this is what happens because he's Floyd Mayweather. He's poor. He can't read. He wins his first fight. He gets a little taste of the money.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, learns how to read because you got to read the check. You got to see what's on the check.
Oh, I don't think you do.
And then he gets so rich, doesn't need to read the checks anymore.
Oh,
Loses.
so he had it for a moment.
You have it for a
He had
moment.
it
It's
for
the
a
middle
moment.
class.
And they knocked it out of his
If you
head.
don't use it,
Yeah.
you lose it.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe they smacked it out of there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
But he doesn't get hit a lot. I mean, that's his thing.
that is true.
He's such a tactician. He
God.
doesn't get touched a lot.
Yeah, what a.
I mean, he's like 56-1, 56-0. Is he
Yeah.
undefeated?
I think he's undefeated. Yeah.
That's insane. I mean, a lot of it's by decision and not knockout.
Yeah.
But
Right.
he's the best boxer technically to ever live, I think.
I guess so.
But I also don't know what I'm talking about.
no, I don't.
Most of the
know
time.
that. That's the point of this.
That really is the point of podcasts. Is just idiots being like, I think this,
Yeah,
and
you
then
just
going
say
for
And
it.
you post it on Instagram.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's 3 views. Sometimes it's like 13,000.
Yeah,
Then you go home.
I guess the clips is the point, right?
I guess so.
that is the point.
Hmm.
That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And granted, we have none right now.
No, you had that one.
There's zero. Oh, yeah. I don't remember what it is.
I don't remember what it was either.
But it's I'm not gonna post stand up. What am I gonna
Do you post stand up?
I posted one crowd work clip where I basically am like, I don't want to do this, but I
You don't have to do it then.
no, that was the clip.
Oh,
I just was like, I don't want to do crowd work.
I thought you meant this.
I want to go home. Anyway,
I don't know. There's nothing I would want to be online forever right now.
yeah.
And I don't see the point of putting out. There's this mentality of like, yo, just put it out, and like some things will do well, some things won't. But I don't. Maybe it's an ego thing. I just don't see the point of putting out anything that I might regret,
Yeah.
That's
Or
a good
like-
point.
or that I just don't like enough to see, because it takes time to do that shit.
Mhm.
Yeah. It takes a long time. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Like the only things I'll post is like if it's something I tried and it does well in a room and I'm like, I'm never gonna do this in a show.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll post that.
Oh, okay.
And then or
So
if
if it's at
like,
a mic,
yeah, like one of my
that's insane.
dude,
Yeah,
my
that's
best clip
crazy.
is
I've
from
never
a
done that.
mic, and it's
Really?
about this joke where it's like like when you make eye contact with someone, you either fight or you fuck,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole joke is like, it really sucks when like you have to fuck or you have to fight, but it really really sucks when you guys don't want to fight. So then you have to fuck, but the other guy doesn't want to fuck,
Mhm.
so you have to rape that guy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Does that stuff does well?
That did the best out of anything.
Wow.
I actually went home for Christmas, and my uncle pulled me aside, and he's like, "I love that joke. You go to church.
That's good.
You should not be liking that."
Yeah.
Well, yeah. How do your families feel about your decisions in life?
My parents don't. They don't watch anything I do.
Good.
I tell them, I'm like, "You're not gonna like it,"
Yeah,
and they just accept that. And people
That's
will come
good.
up to him and be like, "You should see what Patty's doing."
he's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're like, "I don't."
Having strangers in his bed, putting it
Yeah.
online.
Mhm.
If you describe this to your parents, they're gonna think you're making an OnlyFans like porn video.
Yeah,
So it's
I
three
have a
guys
lot
in
of
your
lights
Patty's
in my
bed.
room on my bed, and I
You
have a
light your
blanket
candle.
so
Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't get dirt.
It really is. This is really everything here is pornographic.
That should be, that should be the Patreon of this. Is we just have sex.
Yeah.
that is a thing.
Yeah.
Is it really?
That's a guy who
Yeah.
does that. He interviews porn stars and then he fucks them.
Oh, that's his name is like David 40 or something.
No, his name is the coolest guy on the face of the planet.
Oh, Adam 22 is who
Adam
yeah,
22,
yeah.
I think his name.
I don't.
is.
Yeah.
And he's got a
on the appeal.
He's got a
Quite an
dick.
encyclopedia. Of
Yeah, that's right.
stupid shit.
He's got a dick so big you measure it in paces. You can't even.
Oh wow!
Use
Like
regular-
it's like a dual size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Did you
Alexander
see? Did you
Hamilton
guys see
died.
the new John Wick?
No.
Yeah.
You saw it,
Love it.
dude. It's great, isn't it?
I have this. I don't know what's wrong with me, but like I love those things. Make me laugh. Just watching people get hit by cars and like shot
Yeah.
in the head. I don't. It's so funny to me because it's like surprising. I love being surprised.
Yeah.
So when he like someone gets hit by a car and I didn't expect it. It's just me cackling in a theater, and it's so creepy.
Yeah.
Like I took a date to one, and she was like,
You took a
"What?
date to John Wick?
I'm a dumb guy."
Yeah.
Wait, where do you like? Do you use like dating apps, or do you try to meet them on the street?
I feel like dating apps I just never follow through with because I don't know them. I don't meet them. But I had a nice relationship from a dating app, and then I've had mostly stinkers. But if I meet someone in person, it's always better.
What's like your go-to app? You think?
I think Hinge is the best one. I never used Tinder.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's the matter with Hinge?
I used Tinder in college. That was more of an effective way to do it.
Because I want to date someone. I don't want to just fuck someone.
Yeah.
You're a lover?
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable.
I got kicked
Kind of
off.
like what he's doing right now.
I got kicked off of Hinge too.
Why'd you get kicked out?
Because you also showed gay porn in your profile.
This is what I don't do.
There was a,
Yeah.
I would say describe as a scantily clad woman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. She was wearing revealing clothing.
Yeah.
Specifically her breasts. Her breasts were on display.
Yes.
And they were nice. They were nice breasts.
Okay.
But I tend to get my reactions and responses when I'm kind of abrasive, you know? So in one of her pictures, she's sitting on a skee ball runway, I guess.
Yeah. And yeah.
And she's like kind of leaning back and she's like smushing them together.
Yeah.
And caught my eye. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, how many points have I landed in those tits? Banned. And I've appealed it.
That was not as bad as I thought it was.
Not as bad.
Talking about throwing it in her pussy.
Like her
I thought you were
tits
going
are.
to say something about like gutter ball or something gross. I was
No.
Patty.
No.
Yeah.
No,
That was really just under your pillow.
Oh, this banana?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to fall asleep at night. Is have, I guess potassium's good for your. Like,
Interesting. And magnesium.
I think that's what it is. Magnesium.
Is there magnesium in bananas?
I think so.
Okay. Now it's getting a little ASMR-y.
Yeah, you're just gonna crunch into that on the mic there, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some post-op work here. Hair.
That didn't look like a hair.
There was
It looked like a piece of a banana.
There was a piece of banana, but there was a hair in the piece of banana.
Oh, okay.
And it didn't look like a head hair. I'll say that.
Okay.
It looked like took a flight down south to get that hair.
Mm-hmm. Pubic. Am I getting what you're putting down?
Mm-hmm.
Pubic hair.
How are you guys feeling right now? Good? You
Good.
seem a little tense, both of you.
Oh, I'm not tense. This is fun.
Okay.
It's just sometimes you just podcasting doesn't really allow for you to have lulls,
Yeah.
but normal conversations do.
But here's the thing is we're in a bed. The home of the lull.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think we have a little bit of a cheat.
Oh, you think we get granted some space?
You would know about getting granted.
Oh, I would. This is my stupid fucking name. Mm-hmm.
Do you ever say that when you bed a woman?
No.
There's even more.
I can't imagine a drier pussy than a guy who makes a pun about his own name before he enters you.
Permission has been granted. That's how you
That's
get
how I
consent.
get consent.
Yeah.
That's pretty hot, dude.
And then I make them sign an NDA.
Yeah. Dude, there was a kid when I was in college. I played baseball for 1 year. And I was like our worst player.
Yeah.
And there was this kid on our team who they gave us this big speech before the season started about consent. And it was like
At a baseball?
It was an auditorium full of all the student athletes at the school.
Yeah.
Well,
those are the guys who
the
need
guy-
it.
Yeah.
They're like-
those are the guys.
They're like, guys, year
They
after
should give one every 6 months in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No hitting. Hit on the field,
Yeah.
not at home.
Yeah. Just because she's asleep doesn't mean she says yes. But they bring everyone in and they're like, guys, we do this every year. Every year there's people who complain. You need to get consent. So one of the
Complain?
yeah.
It's just like a
Is that the
box.
appropriate
Every
word?
there's
For
people
someone
who whine.
who was unconsensually
We got
Yeah.
some chatty broads out here filing complaints with HR.
But the problem was like it was It was I went to school in Clarkson, so it was like 70% men. And everyone's a fucking nerd.
Yikes.
It's basically China. It's like everyone's so
Yeah.
fucking smart. It's white China.
Clarkson, where
Like
is
we
that?
talked about black China earlier. This is white China. And it was Clarkson, upstate New, way up near in Potsdam, almost near Canada.
Is it a good school?
Great school
Oh, okay.
for engineering. So I'm a civil engineer, but
Are you?
yeah, I'm trying to escape that
Good.
with this, and I think this will do it.
No, this will.
But anyway, there's this
What
kid
do
on
you
our
do?
team who had a stack of consent forms next to his bed.
I really want to hear this. So I'll answer your question in a bit.
Of course.
What did you say?
Nothing. You keep going.
There's a stack of consent forms next to his bed. So every time a girl, and he was like a good-looking guy,
Mhm.
so every time a girl would come through, she would have to like sign and date her name, and then he would just like save it.
That's kind of insane.
It's kind of weird.
That's
Does he have a
That's
file?
worse.
that feels creepier. For
Yeah.
It's a
some
good way to
reason.
keep track of your body count. You just have a file.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess.
If you
Yeah,
need a
like-
good way to do that.
There's like grades at the bottom. He's
I've
like,
always thought that
Sarah.
was psychotic.
Yeah.
I know people who have lists on their phone. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why do you
Yeah.
have lists on your phone?
How much are you fucking to
Yeah.
forget? How detached are you from the experience of fucking someone that you would walk away from it and not remember that you did it?
Yeah.
I guess is what my thought
Yeah, you
would
see
be.
them as a tally.
Right.
My
That's-
girlfriend has a list on her phone of all the people, and
Oh,
I
you
want to
have a
like,
girlfriend.
I want to like steal it one time and just write in like Derek Chauvin.
The whole-
Yeah, like she keeps going back, like that dick.
it's
is
Derek
so
Chauvin,
good.
then George Floyd, and then sort of like a
It's like,
narrative.
I just needed someone to choke me out. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm not going to tell you what I do.
You don't wanna
'cause
reveal?
I don't think I'm going to do it for long if
Oh,
this
okay.
goes on the internet. But it's a shitty job.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
It's a shitty corporate job. It's very stressful.
Oh, corporate.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Handyman to corporate.
Yeah, dude.
I got tired of not having insurance,
Yeah, I get
and
that.
now I have insurance and I don't fucking use it.
Yeah, you got to go and do everything in like a week
Yeah.
because they'll be like, your teeth suck, your body sucks, you're gay.
Yeah.
They just hit you with everything.
I always fail that test.
Yeah. Is that the eye doctor? It's like,
It's
dude,
just a doctor like, swinging his dick around.
what do you see here? A or B? A or B? You're gay, dude.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Imagine being gay was in the eyes. It kind of is. So you ever know a
Gay
guy
is in
is
the eye of
gay
the
'cause
beholder?
their eyes?
There
There's
is
a
a
twinkle.
thing
There's a
that you
twinkle.
can typically do with gay face. Gay face is a thing.
Yeah, I think
I-
there's a little bit of redness
There-
right into the eyes.
What is gay face?
It's just you look at a guy's face and you're like, he probably is gay.
Yeah.
I
See,
mean,
I always thought gay face was when like a guy goes up on stage and does stand up, but is way more flamboyant than he is off stage. Like, sort of like blackface, but for gay people.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about it that way. No, mine's probably more offensive, but
No,
it's
I
like
think-
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's never good when a white guy say to another white guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you're on my side.
Hey, listen, dude. White people are fucking awesome.
yeah,
Okay,
we're just longing
We're
for
the best.
understanding.
Hey,
it's about
nobody in
time.
here is going to disagree with you on that one.
Yeah, it's about time we start accepting it.
No, you're right.
There's this Norm joke where he's like, there's you can actually tell if a man's gay just by his face.
Mhm.
It's the face buried in another man's ass.
yeah. I've spent a lot of my life watching Norm joke
Yeah.
compilations. Yeah.
The
That-
best, dude. The blue
was a
card
bummer.
ones, like at the end of his podcast, are always the funniest
Yeah.
because they went hard. He would go hard,
You'd go
dude.
hard.
And it would be with like Jane Fonda. It's like,
Yeah.
what is? Does she even know what's going on?
Did you
right
watch the full episodes of that show?
now? Yeah,
He would also do this very weird thing, and I love Norm Macdonald. But he would do this very weird thing where he'd have like a pretty older woman on the thing. He'd be like,
Can I
you
kiss you?"
kiss your lips?"
yeah,
And she'd be like, "What?"
yeah.
You're like, just a
Be like,
peck.
be like, would you mind if I kissed you right now? I'm like,
And it's
sure.
so
And then he leans in. And he's also the worst kisser of all
Wait.
time, dude. Yeah, he's so bad.
It's
I don't
so
remember this.
fucking weird.
It's
Yeah,
insane.
But I think well, he was like dying for years, so maybe
Yeah.
he just fuck it,
yeah.
fuck
He's
it.
I'll
just trying to
kiss
lock
old
him in.
ladies.
Yeah.
Dude, I've heard that Norm has a 6-inch flaccid penis. On the Howard Stern show, they said that 6 inches flaccid, but when it gets hard, it does not gain length.
Still, that's a good situation.
That's
Yeah.
a great situation.
Because then you're never afraid when you're pulling out.
yeah,
That's a good situation.
that is good. You don't have to worry about getting erect first.
You get what you ordered there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when like you order something that's like actual size
Mm-hmm.
on like Amazon.
Right. I hate that.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll be looking at a box of crackers and it'll say actual size of crackers. It's like, dude, I'm not that desperate to know how big the crackers are.
Yeah.
I'll just eat more.
Yeah.
If they're smaller.
It's an 8-foot thing of
What the
crackers.
fuck? You should have told me on the size how big it was gonna be.
What are you talking about? It says like a scale.
Yeah, like sometimes a package, like I get these things like that are like dried. They're like pea pods, and they'll be like actual size of the pea pod. Like I know how
James
big
eats
a
some
fuck.
weird shit.
I don't eat meat.
He doesn't eat meat, so he
Oh.
eats like
Weird stuff.
candied ginger,
Which has to be better
which
than
tastes
meat.
like World War II in your mouth.
Yeah,
it's
like the
disgusting.
it's like spicy but not spicy.
It's like
Yeah,
It's like
spicy,
a
but
weird
not
aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah,
It hurts, but
yeah.
not
it's like
fun.
a hot nuclear.
It's like
just,
an explodey feel.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yet you still eat that.
Yeah. I don't. That's just for fun.
Is it good for your gut?
Yeah, I would hope so.
I think it's good for your like bowels.
Yeah,
Does
and it's
some
like
good.
immune system.
okay.
Ginger is like, but it's candied, so it's not really.
I
that
took a
good.
shot of ginger at a health food store one time and threw up all over the floor.
But was it spicy coming back up? Did it burn?
It was one of those. I wish I could have seen someone else do it because it was one of those things where it was like, yep, like it was such a fast reaction
And in the convenience store,
all over the floor.
did they offer to like as like a,
Yeah, they were doing like free shots of
Ah,
ginger, and I was like, "Is it good?" They're like, "Yeah, it's really good for all this." And I went, "Oh, okay," because I have such a strong.
So you vomit a lot.
Yeah, I vomit a lot.
Is it from like drinking usually, or is it just like any old?
I just have my stomach is the worst place.
Oh,
on
wow.
earth. It is like.
You would think
four.
that Wisconsin, diet would harden you up, dude. All that cheese would constipate you.
No, I mean, it's always diarrhea, and I throw up a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's always diarrhea.
Well, guys,
I thought.
that's been the show.
It's been a pleasure.
I think we are actually at an hour.
Yeah,
A little over an hour, actually. Let me
Cool.
take a look.
Whoa.
lucky us.
Oh yeah, an hour and 4 minutes, dude. This is perfect.
Cash money.
Yeah, I think we're good here. Grant, thank you so much for coming. Dude.
Thank you for
This
having
was-
me. I'm
this
glad
was
the other
huge.
guy dropped out. This is
Yes,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, anytime you want to do this,
Okay.
because I'm doing it. I can't do next Sunday, but I either have to do Friday or Monday.
Okay.
So if you're free, because we're out here, dude,
Okay.
and I don't really give a shit about other comedians.
You
Yeah.
just want me.
Just want you now.
Damn.
I
That's
got
a
my
pleasure.
sights set on James. You know what? I'm gonna have to talk to you after. Let's have a word. Do you guys have anything you want to plug here to the 50 people that from my high school that are
50?
gonna listen to this?
Wow.
That's good
50
numbers,
is
dude.
honestly a huge. For
That's pretty
This
big.
level of podcast, because like when
Would you like
start
to
out-
explain what you mean by this level of podcast?
Well, like it's the first episode,
Correct.
so that would be why.
Yeah,
Okay.
And also
you have
it's-
no fans, and no one knows what it is. So.
and it's in your bed,
Well, that's what I was hoping.
With
we
guys
were
you
doing.
really don't know that well.
and I just met you, and no one on this bed has any fame at all.
Wow.
It's about damn time.
Good point.
I'm just gonna tag her in every.
Yeah, she's the hidden fourth member of the show.
That will
Yeah.
work eventually.
If I don't call it, what is it? Queefs and
Balls.
Queef and balls.
Queef and balls. If I don't call it Queef and balls, I'll just call it
Lizzo
a
presents.
podcast dedicated to Lizzo. And I think
That's a mouthful.
That should just be the secondary, second line of your podcast. Like you call it, and then you dedicate it to Lizzo.
Queef and balls, a podcast dedicated to Lizzo.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll
Great.
tune in.
Yeah, maybe you can get her.
Yeah, she can
That's-
definitely handle the queef side of it. I mean,
Yeah.
could you imagine with the cavern of a pussy she must have?
I don't want to make assumptions about her pussy.
I think
But
we
I
can make
bet-
some
I bet it's
assumptions.
on the
I bet it's
bigger-
not tight.
I bet it's on the bigger
I
side.
bet it's not a small pussy.
Well, yeah, just in terms of what's it called, scale.
Yeah,
Because she's tall, right?
she is tall.
That's what I meant.
Is she tall, James?
She's taller than me.
Wow.
She's about as tall as me.
How tall are you?
I'm like 6'2".
She's 6'2"?
She was as tall as me when she showed up in the
Wow.
room.
Wow.
She's a big lady.
So she looks like you with a bunch of tires stacked over her body.
Yeah, and a couple other features that are different, but
Yeah.
mostly exactly like me.
Wow.
With tires. She looks like a Michelin Man version of me.
Yeah.
Basically.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's probably
That's
what
crazy.
she'll be known as.
Yeah. Like, oh, that guy looks like Lizzo without all the tires.
Without all the tires.
Yeah.
That's what people are going to say.
Me and James run a show
Every Thursday in the Lower East Side.
at Pianos LES.
Maybe a former NFL running back will come through at some point.
Yes, at 8:15. We're gonna have Grant Moore on one of these days.
I'll be there.
When someone
Uh,
drops out, Grant will be there.
Yeah,
I'm the guy.
yeah. You got to turn into like that comedian that just secretly ruins everyone's schedule. Because we all find
But I'm the guy
success-
who fixes the schedule.
But you're the guy who you ruin other people's, and then we got to turn to you.
Strategically.
Yeah, like you know how in South Park Cartman takes Butters and puts him in like an underground bunker so he can go to whatever that Mexican restaurant is. That's the route to your success.
Yeah. I'll
You
just
just
start kidnapping comedians.
Yeah, sabotage.
Yeah. Which wouldn't be hard.
No,
It's not a fight.
you just
back
tempt them
bunch.
with free stage time
Yeah.
and a
Yeah.
drink ticket. You're
Mhm.
good.
A cigarette.
Grant, what do you have to plug?
I have a show on Thursday of this week.
Oh, so this is not going to come out before that.
Okay, so then never mind. I have Instagram at GrantMoore23,
Yes.
and that is it.
Awesome. Very
Mhm.
funny guy.
Thank
Follow
you.
Grant on Instagram.
Yes.
James Donlon's also at Pussyhound69.
No way.
No.
No, you bitch.
No, I would never do
You
that.
got to get that
He's
one.
got a hot
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems like an
Same with me.
inappropriate
We got
thing to
hot
say.
girlfriends.
They all say it.
Yeah, that's great. Good for you.
Yeah, thanks.
I would hope you think your girlfriends are hot.
Yeah, no, it's weird when
appreciate
other
that.
people think she's hot. So
That's even better.
Yeah, it is kind of a nice thing if just you think your girlfriend is hot. 'Cause you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about. But it's also the thing where you're like, if you got a nice car, you want to take it around town.
Mhm.
Guys, thank you very much for coming. This was great.
It's been an absolute
thanks for
This
pleasure.
was
having me.
the best. See you later.
Bye.